Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to Morning Stir and Through the Bible with Yolanda Worldwide here on YouTube. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, listen, if you are joining in as a replay viewer, go ahead and give me that hashtag replay in the public comments. And if you're brand new, let me know that as well. And for those of you who are joining in live, number one, greet me in whatever way you do in your part of the world. Number two, let me know where in the world you are joining in from. Number three, help me by clicking the little thumbs up on the screen. Number four, please help me share this broadcast far and wide. And number five, if you are, go ahead and let me know in the chat. I'm stirred up. I'm stirred up. And I like to say, if you're like me, I'm stirred all the way up. Listen, we're going to go ahead and dive into our praying in the Spirit for a few moments. I will share anything that the Lord lays upon my heart, and then we're going to dive straightway into the reading of the Word of God. So let's begin to pray. Rakatamandi ikarakataya labako, rekete mande ki ikarakata, rekete eke yarabakadaya, rokotamandi ikarakata, rekete iki yatabaya, rekete yalabakote kelebata, randi ikarakataya labakote, rekete mande ki ikarakata, rokotamandi ikarakataya, rekete yalabakote kile bakaya, mandi ika rakataya, rokotamandi ika rakata, rokote yalabakote kele bakote kedebata, rekete yadede bakote kedebata, rakata yalabakote kedebataya, rakata yalabakote kedebata, rakata yalabakote kedebata, rakata yalabakote kedebata. Yele de bakore ke de bata, rokota mandi ikarakata, rakata mandi ikarakataya, rekete ikarakota bakore ke de bata, rakata yele bakore ke de bata, mandi ikarakata yele bakore ke de bata, rokota mandi ikarakata yele bako, rakata yele bakore ke de ba, rakata yele bakore ke de bata, rakata yele bakore ke de aya, randi ikarakata yele bakore ke de bata, rekete yele de bakore ke de bata, randi ikarakata yele bakote ke, rekete ikarandi adaba, yete de bakote kete, mande ki ikarakaya, rokota yala bakaya, rekete ikarakata, rakata yala bako okoteaya, rokota mandi ikarakata, rakata yala de bako de ke, rekete ikarakataya, rakata yala bakote ke, akarakatandi ikarakata, rokote yele de bako de bata, mandi ikarakata, rokote yele bako de bata, rekete de bako de bata, randi ikarakata yala bako de aya, rekete de bako de bata, rakata yala bako de bataya, rakata yala bako de bako de kataya, rokota yala bako de aya, rokota mandi ikarakata, rokota yala de bako de baya, randi ikarakata de bako de bata, mandi ikarakata de bako de bata, rokota de bako de bata. Rokote de bakoreke de bata, randi ikaraka tata tata da bakorekete, rokote tata bakotekete, rakata tata tata, rakata yadata, rekete de bakoteke, andi ikarakata, rakata akayata a, me ikata dana mandi ikarakata, rokote ila bakoteke de, mandi ikarakata tata tata, rekete ikarakata, rekete yarabakorekete, andi ikarakata tata rakata yarabakoti aka rakata yarabakoti ki ata rekete te bakodekete raka yatabaha o rakatamandi I aka yete ekiata rakata ayara aya o korandi ikarakata rekete ikarakata rekete ikarabata rekete yalabakote ke de bakote ke rekete yalabakote ke de bakaya randi ikarakata yalabakota ta randi ikarakata Yedede bakoreke de bata, randi ikarakata yala bakoreke de bataya, randi ikarakata yala bakoreke de vaya, rande ki yala bakarakataya, randi ikarakata yala bakoreke de vaya, rande ki yala bakoreke de bata, rakata yala bakoreke de vaya, randi ikarakata yala bakoreke de vaya, rakata yala bakoreke de bata, rakata yala bakote ke te roko tamandi ikarakata rekete yalabako de kede de aya randi ikarakata yalabako rekede bata randi ikarakata yalabako rekede de baya rakata yalabako te kete te rekete yalabako te kete te rokota yalabako rekede de baya Rakataya da bakoreke de baya. Randi ikarakataya da bakorte ke te. Rokotaya la bakoreke de bakaya. Randi ikarakataya la bakoreke de baya. Rakataya la bakoreke de bata. Randi ikarakataya la bakoreke de aya. Rakataya la bakoreke de bata. Rande ki ikarakataya la bakoreke de ya. Rakataya la bakoreke de bata. Rakataya la bakoreke de aya. Rakata yalabako rekete rokotamandi ikarakata rekete yalabako de aya rakata yalabako yataya kote yaya ha mande kiaya. Mm. Glory to your name, God. Ooh, Jesus, my God. Mm. Jesus, Jesus. I just had another moment where the Lord took me up and gave me what I needed. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 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 Okay. At the beginning of me started praying, and maybe I'll share a little bit about that in a second. But at the beginning of me praying, I began to sense in my spirit or just hear in my spirit that angelic assistance is here. It's like I want to say it's coming, but angelic assistance is here. The Lord has released angelic assistance for everything that you need, everything that you need to do. The angelic assistance is here, and the angelic assistance is here to launch you into your next. What just came to my thought is of Jacob wrestling with the angel. Jacob wrestling with the angel. The angel came to Jacob on assignment, and the angel was getting ready to leave. But Jacob did not feel his breakthrough. Jacob's like, you're not going out of here before you bless me. Angels come on assignment. When God releases his angelic assistance, they are coming on assignment. They don't just come to visit and just leave. And so we have got to be aggressive about receiving what God has for us. I'm not letting anything go in this season. Even as I was praying just now, it's like I am really believing God to take some things to the next level for me. Um, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I'm really believing God to take some things to the next level for me, and it requires me to have certain instructions. And so, even as I was praying just now, and the Lord was taking me up, He dropped an idea in my spirit literally just now. I was actually over the 5 minutes, by the way, because of praying in the spirit, because I was receiving what the Lord was sending down for me. And as a matter of fact, let me write something down so it doesn't pop out of my head. Okay. Angelic assistance is here, not coming, it's here. Angelic assistance is here. Receive it. Seize the moment, is what I hear God saying. Seize the moment as the angelic assistance is here. Lean into it. Doesn't matter if you don't see it, doesn't matter if you don't feel it. Just begin to step out in faith into things that you know. Like this thing that the Lord dropped on me, it's like when I got done praying, it was like, don't sit around on it, don't overthink it, just implement it, put it into play, put it into play. Angelic assistance is here. Let me dive into the word because I want to make sure I get through as far as I can. Y'all, we're going to try to get through the book of Proverbs, all the way through the book of Proverbs, if we can this week. We're in Proverbs chapter 7 is where we're picking up at today. So let me dive in. Dear friend, do what I tell you. Treasure my careful instructions. Do what I say and you'll live well. My teaching is as precious as your eyesight. Guard it. Write it out on the back of your hands. Etch it on the chambers of your heart. Talk to wisdom as to a sister. Treat insight as your companion. They'll be with you to fend off the temptress, that smooth talking, honey-tongued seductress. As I stood at the window of my house, looking out through the shutters, watching the mindless crowd stroll by, I spotted a young man without any sense arriving at the corner of the street where she lived, then turning up the path to her house. It was dusk, the evening coming on, the darkness thickening into the night. Just then, a woman met him. She'd been lying in wait for him, dressed to seduce him. Brazen and brash she was, restless and roaming, never at home, walking the streets, loitering in the mall, hanging out at every corner in town. She threw her arms around him and kissed him, boldly took his arm and said, I've got all the makings for a feast. Today I made my offerings. My vows are all paid. So now I've come to find you, hoping to catch sight of your face. And here you are. I've spread fresh, clean sheets on my bed, colorful imported linens. My bed is aromatic and spices with spices and exotic fragrances. Come, let's make love all night. Spend the night in ecstatic lovemaking. My husband's not home. He's away on business and he won't be back for a month. Soon she has him eating out of her hand, bewitched by her honeyed speech. Before you know it, he's trotting behind her like a calf led to the butcher shop, like a stag lured into ambush and then shot, and with an arrow like a bird flying into a net, not knowing that its flying life is over. So, friends, listen to me. Take these words of mine most seriously. Don't fool around with a woman like that. Don't even stroll through her neighborhood. Countless victims come under her spell. She's the death of many a poor man. She runs halfway house to hell, fits you out with a shroud and a coffin. Proverbs chapter 8. Do you hear Lady Wisdom calling? Can you hear Madam Insight raising her voice? She's taken her stand at First and Main at the busiest intersection, right in the city square, where the traffic is thickest. She shouts, I'm talking to all of you, everyone out here on the streets. Listen, you idiots, learn good sense. You blockheads, shape up. Don't miss a word of this. I'm telling you how to live well. I'm telling you how to live at your best. My mouth chews and savors and relishes truth. I can't stand the taste of evil. You only hear true and right words from my mouth. Not one syllable will be twisted or skewed. You recognize this as true. You with open minds, truth ready minds will see it at once. Prefer my life disciplines over chasing after money, and God knowledge over a lucrative career. For wisdom is better than all the trappings of wealth. Nothing you could wish for holds a candle to her. I am Lady Wisdom, and I live next to sanity. Knowledge and discretion live just down the street. The fear of God means hating evil, whose ways I hate with a passion. Pride and arrogance and crooked talk, good counsel and common sense, are my characteristics. I am both insight and the virtue to live it out. With my help, leaders rule and lawmakers legislate fairly. With my help, governors govern, along with all the legitimate authority. I love those who love me. Those who look for me find me. Wealth and glory accompany me, and substantial honor and a good name. My benefits are worth more than a big salary, even a very big salary. The returns on me exceed any imaginable bonus. You can find me on a righteous road. That's where I walk. At the intersection of Justice Avenue, handing out life to those who love me, filling their arms with fire, armloads of life. God sovereignly made me the first, the basic, before he did anything else. I was brought into being a long time ago, well before Earth got its start. I arrived on the scene before ocean, yes, even before springs and rivers and lakes, before mountains were sculpted and hills took shape. I was already there, newborn, long before God stretched out Earth's horizons and tended to the minute details of soil and weather and set sky firmly in place. I was there when he mapped and gave borders to wild ocean, built the vast vault of heaven, and installed the fountains that fed ocean. When he drew a boundary for sea, posted a sign that said no trespassing, and then staked out Earth's foundations, I was right there with him, making sure everything fit. Day after day, I was there with my joyful applause, always enjoying his company, delighted with the world of things and creatures, happily celebrating the human family. So, my dear friends, listen carefully. Those who embrace these, my ways, are most blessed. Mark a life of discipline and live wisely. Don't squander your precious life. Bless the woman, blessed the woman who listens to me, awake and ready for me each morning, alert and responsive as I start my day's work. When you find me, you find life, real life, to say nothing of God's good pleasure. But if you wrong me, you damage your very soul. When you reject me, you're flirting with death. Proverbs chapter 9. Lady Wisdom has built and furnished her home. It's supported by seven hewn timbers. The banquet meal is ready to be served, lamb roasted, wine poured out, table set with silver and flowers. Having dismissed her serving maids, Lady Wisdom goes to town, stands in a prominent place, and invites everyone within sound of her voice. Are you confused about life? Don't know what's going on? Come with me. Oh, come, have dinner with me. I've prepared a wonderful spread, fresh baked bread, roast lamb, carefully selected wines. Leave your impoverished confusion and live. Walk up the street to a life with meaning. If you reason with an arrogant cynic, you get slapped in the face. Confront bad behavior and get a kick in the shins. Don't waste your time on a scoffer. All you get for your pains is abuse. But if you correct those who care about life, that's different. They'll love you for it. Save your breath for the wise. They'll be wiser for it. Tell good people what you know. They'll profit from it. Skilled living gets its start in the fear of God, insight into life from knowing a holy God. It's through me, Lady Wisdom, that your life deepens and the years of your life ripen. Live wisely, and wisdom will permeate your life. Mock life, and life will mock you. Then there's this other woman, Madam Prostitute, brazen, empty headed, frivolous. She sits on the front porch of her house on Main Street, and as the people walk by, minding their own business, calls out, are you confused about life? Don't know what's going on? Steal off with me. I'll show you a good time. No one will ever know. I'll give you the time of your life, but they don't know about all the skeletons in her closet, that all her guests end up in hell. My God, a medium. Proverbs chapter 10. Wise son, glad father, stupid son, sad mother. Ill-gotten gain gets you nowhere. An honest life is immortal. God won't starve an honest soul, but he frustrates the appetites of the wicked. Sloth makes you poor. Diligence brings wealth. Make hay while the sun shines. That's smart. Go fishing during harvest. That's stupid. Blessings a cure on a good and honest life. But the mouth of the wicked is a dark cave of abuse. A good and honest life is a blessed memorial. A wicked life leaves a rotten stench. A wise heart takes orders. An empty head will come unglued. Honesty lives confident and carefree, but shifty is sure to be exposed. An evasive eye is a sign of trouble ahead, but an open face to face meeting results in peace. The mouth of a good person is a deep, life giving well, but the mouth of the wicked is a dark cave of abuse. Hatred starts fights, but love pulls a quilt over the bickering. You'll find wisdom on the lips of a person of insight, but the short sighted needs a slap in the face. The wise accumulate knowledge, a true treasure. Know it alls talk too much, a sheer waste. The wealth of the rich is their security, the poverty of the indigent is their ruin. The wage of a good person is exuberant life. An evil person ends up with nothing but sin. The road to life is a disciplined life. Ignore correction and you're lost for good. Liars secretly hoard hatred. Fools openly spread slander. The more talk, the less truth. The wise measure their words. The speech of a good person is worth waiting for. The blabber of the wicked is worthless. The talk of a good person is rich, fair for many, but chatterboxes die of an empty heart. God's blessing makes life rich. Nothing we can do can improve on God. An empty head thinks mischief is fun, but a mindful person relishes wisdom. The nightmares of the wicked come true, but what the good people desire, they get. The when the storm is over, there's nothing left of the wicked. Good people, firm on their rock foundation, aren't even phased. A lazy employee will give you nothing but trouble. It's vinegar in the mouth, smoke in the eyes. The fear of God expands your life. A wicked life is a puny life. The aspirations of good people end in celebration. The ambitions of bad people crash. God is solid backing to a well-lived life, but he calls into question a shabby performance. Good people last, they can't be moved. The wicked are here today, gone tomorrow. A good person's mouth is a clear fountain of wisdom. A foul mouth is a stagnant swamp. The speech of a good person clears the air. The words of the wicked pollute it. Chapter 11. God hates cheating in the marketplace. He loves it when business is overboard. The stuck up fall flat on their faces, and down to earth people stand firm. The integrity of the honest keeps them on track. The deviousness of crooked bring them to ruin. A thick bankroll is no help when life falls, but a principled life can stand up to the worst. Moral character makes the smooth traveling. An evil life is a hard life. Good character is the best insurance. Crooks get trapped in their sinful lust. When the wicked die, that's it. The story's over. End of hope. A good person is saved from much trouble. A bad person runs straight into it. The loose tongue of the godless spreads destruction. The common sense of the godly preserves them. When it goes well for good people, the whole town cheers. When it goes badly for bad people, the town celebrates. When right living people bless the city, it flourishes. Evil talks turns it into a ghost town in no time. Mean spirited slander is heartless. Quiet discretion accompanies good sense. A gandabout gossip can't be trusted with a secret, but someone of integrity won't violate a confidence. Without good direction, people lose their way. The more wise counsel you follow, the better your chances. Whoever makes deals with strangers is sure to get burned. If you keep a cool head, you'll avoid rash bargains. A woman of gentle grace gets respect, but men of rough violence grab for loot. When you're kind to others, you help yourself. When you're cruel to others, you hurt yourself. Bad work gets paid with a bad check. Good work gets solid pay. Take your stand with God's loyal community and live, or chase other after phantoms of evil and die. God can't stand deceivers, but oh how he relishes integrity. Count on this: the wicked won't get off scot free, and God's loyal people will triumph. Like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful face on an empty head. The desires of good people lead straight to the best, but wicked ambition ends in angry frustration. The world of generous gets larger and larger. The world of stingy gets smaller and smaller. The one who blesses others abundantly, those who help others are helped. Curses on those who drive a hard bargain. Blessings on all who play fair and square. The one who seeks good finds delight. The student of evil becomes evil. A life devoted to things is a dead life, a stump. A God-shaped life is a flourishing tree. Exploit or abuse your family and end up a fistful of air. Common sense tells you it's stupid. It's a stupid way to live. A good life is a fruit-bearing tree. A violent life destroys soul. If good people barely make it, what's in store for the bad? In chapter 12. If you love learning, you love the discipline that goes with it. How short-sighted to refuse correction. A good person basks in the delight of God, and he wants nothing to do with devious schemers. You can't find footing in a swamp, but life rooted in God stands firm. A hearty wife invigorates her husband, but a frigid woman is cancer in the bones. The thinking of principled people makes for justice. The plots of degenerates corrupt. The words of the wicked kill. The speech of the upright saves. Wicked people falls to pieces. There's nothing to them. The homes of good people hold together. A person who talks sense is honored. Airheads are held in contempt. Better to be ordinary and work for a living than act important and starve in the process. Good people are good to their animals. The good-hearted bad people kick and abuse them. The one who stays on the job has food on the table. The witless chase whims and fancies. What a wicked construct finally falls into ruin, while the roots of the righteous give life and more life. The gossip of bad people gets them in trouble. The conversation of good people keeps them out of it. Well-spoken words bring satisfaction. Well done work has its own reward. Fools are headstrong and do what they like. Wise people take advice. Fools have short fuses and explode all too quickly. The prudent quietly shrugs off insults. Truthful witness by a good person clears the air, but liars lay down a smoke screen of deceit. Rash language cuts and maims, but there is healing in the words of the wise. Truth lasts. Lies are here today, gone tomorrow. Evil scheming distorts the schemer. Peace planning brings joy to the planner. No evil can overwhelm a good person, but the wicked have their hands full of it. God can't stomach liars. He loves the company of those who keep their word. Prudent people don't flaunt their knowledge. Talkative fools broadcast their silliness. The diligent find freedom in their work. The lazy are oppressed by work. Worry weighs us down. A cheerful word picks us up. A good person survives misfortune, but a wicked life invites disaster. A lazy life is an empty life, but early to rise gets the job done. Good men and women travel right into life. Sins devour, take you straight to hell. And we're going to stop right there. That was Proverbs chapter 7 through 12, and we'll pick back up tomorrow and get as far as we can get. For today, remember my signature Coach Yourself webinar is free and it's happening again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to join me, and even if you want to come again, because they're going to get better and better, you can join me by clicking on the link in the description of this video and just add your information there. I am going to be sending out the details, and I will also send out a reminder. So have an amazing